Yeah, we got to talk. You and me got to talk about this damn sugar diet. Hey, before we get into it, I see a lot of people saying they crash, they hit a wall. I assume when they say that, they just mean like, boom, energy dies out. I haven't really had that, but once or twice on over a month of doing this plan. Hitting a body armor, hitting some kind of electrolyte supplement is definitely key. A lot of micronutrients, a lot of minerals. And if you don't want to go that route, just slamming some pink salt with some lemon 2 to 3 times a day goes a long way. If you don't do that, for sure you'll be mineral depleted, specifically salt. If you go from like normal eating food to just fruit and sugar, your salt is just like in the basement, not ideal. So highly recommend that. And let's get into it. Let's get into why the sugar diet works so well, 1. And 2, why it makes so much sense to me. So many things about this plan, just you get these intuitive light bulb moments where it's like, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, boom, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, boom, that makes a lot of sense. And that's what we're going to get into. So the sugar diet, summed up, is that you are mainlining fuel. Mainlining fuel. It's a straight shot to having epic fuel for epic performance, for epic problem solving. And by not having fats and proteins, it's not slowing down your digestive process. It's making it very, very easy, very straightforward, very one-dimensional for your body to process everything you're putting in it. So it's just right to the point. It's just right to the point. I mean, in our lives, how much easier is it to focus on one thing and solve it versus some damn multitasking, which we know doesn't even exist. You're like, well, I'll do this and I'll leave that where it is and I'll take care of that. Now that's some damn bro science. Comparing multitasking to your body processing different macronutrients. But the point remains that you are only consuming your body's preferred fuel source for either most of the day if you're doing the sugar diet, or the entire day, or entire days in a row if you're doing some sugar fasting. And then you're getting protein and fats in a cyclical nature. Why this makes so much sense to me is because all 3 macronutrients, that does mean they're primary, that does mean they're important, that does mean they're mandatory. A lot of people that are catching some notoriety since this whole thing blowed up, and a lot of them are like, fats, who needs them? Protein, what's the point? let's just do carbs. To me, that's a little crazy. I mean, some people are seeming to make it work for them, but I'm certainly not to that extreme. I don't know if I would even try taking it to that extreme. But who knows, time will tell how experimental I want to get with this, but it makes so much sense to me that you have constant fuel. You literally cannot get anywhere without fuel. Like, there might be some important pieces in the car that need to be addressed. Hey, the spark plug needs to be changed out. Hey, this was a terrible analogy for me. I'm not a car person at all. I'm not a mechanic at all. But there are some things under the hood that might need to be looked at. But if you don't have gas in the car, you can't even make it to the auto shop. Do you feel me? If you don't even have gas in the car, you literally, there goes that smoothie. You literally cannot make it to the mechanic without fuel. So fuel should be our number 1 priority, yes or no? Fuel should be our number 1 priority, yes or no? And then proteins for retaining and building muscle, lean mass, all the other important functions like protein deficiency, that can have a negative on the brain, on your mood. There's a whole host of issues with low protein that I've been shouting at people for years. indefinitely being low fat is going to have an issue with your hormones, your libido, your testosterone. But how much sense does it make to indefinitely be refueling on fuel and then getting fats and proteins as needed? Out of the three, which one would we need all of the time? And which ones would we be okay? Would we still run fine? Would we still operate by getting at the times we happen to get them? Whether that be once a day or twice a day or every other day. To me, this makes so much sense. This makes so much sense. Out of the three macronutrients, if you only had to have one for an entire day, one person has pure fat for the day, one person has nothing but protein for the day, and one person has nothing but carbohydrates for the day. Who do you think is going to run faster, be more motivated, put out more fires, take care of more tasks, work harder at their job? Who's going to be a better performer out of those three people? To me, it's a fucking no-brainer that it would be the carbohydrate person. It'd be the person overflowing with glucose, with glycogen. So why not be that person? And then, okay, it's been long enough. I do need some protein, not as much as I thought, because I'm in this extremely anti-catabolic state by having 500, 600, 700 grams of carbs. So not as much as I thought, but I need some protein. Hey, I'm getting the itch to have some eggs, to have some steak. That's a very unique craving. That's not craving a pizza or ice cream. It's probably a reason I'm having that craving. I'm going to honor that. Let me have 3 eggs. Let me have some yogurt. Let me have a glass of whole milk. I'm tracking on this plan, but the ability to run this intuitively is insane. The ability to run this plan intuitively is insane. I even like that about the sugar diet. I made another video about how it is making me a smarter person. I swear to God, it's unlocking something in my brain. I feel like it makes you a more intuitive person. You just make better decisions. You're like, oh, going there does make sense. Versus, well, I'm not overthinking as much. I'm not hesitating as much. About to go on a whole nother rant. I already made that video. The sugar diet it's magic. It's freaking magic. I've said in other videos, fad diets, extreme diets, carnivore, keto, OMAD, intermittent fasting, I have always thought they are dumb. I just thought they're stupid. Like, damn, just eat whole foods and track your calories, track your macros, you'll look amazing. That is still true. But out of all the extreme protocols, and guess what? Everything I just listed, I've tried. I was a fucking vegan years ago. I've tried them all. Out of all the extreme diet approaches, nothing comes close to the profound effect the sugar diet has had on my energy, on my brain, on my moods, my attitudes, just the way I go about living my life. Nothing has had a more dramatic impact on all that shit. This is way more than just an easy way to lose weight, way more than just an easy way to get ripped. This is some powerful shit, y'all. I'm not exaggerating. Early on, I'm like, okay, this will be a fun thing to do. Let me just get ripped up. Hey, we'll make some content about it. Now my gears are turning on like, how do we make this a lifestyle? How do we make this for life? Because I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. When I tell you I can live this way every day for the rest of my life and be happy, if that ends up being a healthy, sustainable option, which I will continue to explore and find out, I would happily do that. The sugar diet it's just not like the others. It's just not. Hey, I hope that helped, and I'll see you in the next one.